Hello everyone. Today I'm going to give you a Google Features tutorial on all the features that Google has in its browser. So, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this in your browser, but it looks basically like it's basically 9 dots, these dots here. And you can click on them and it sends you to this. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that before, so I will show you an example of this. So right here next to your main Google page, you should have, if you have an account, you should have your picture, Gmail, images, and then these 9 dots right here. So beyond this, they have many features that Google has added to it. So they've added some new ones recently, like voice, wallet, tasks, blogger is also a new one. So I will go through all of these today and show you what and how each of them works. So we're going to start with Google Drive today. So So we have the Drive, of course. A lot of you have probably heard of the Drive before. So of course we have your recent, your shared with me, all this trash, spam, everything. So this is nothing new. And then these also have their own little small variations in them, like sheets, slides, videos, forms, which I'll also get to later. Next up, we have Gmail. Probably all of you have heard of Gmail already. It's simple. I've probably you have the compose box. You can write any emails, whatever you need. Start, snooze, sent, drafts, anything. That's already um, straightforward. YouTube is also something they added. It's already been in the Google. It's already an app made by Google, but they've added it to these features recently. And then we have Maps, of course. I'm sure all of you have heard of Google Maps before. You can just put any location you want, it'll send you there. That's also pretty straightforward. And then search, of course. Well, basically, if you click this, it sends you back to the main page. So that's also easy. Then we have calendar, which are probably not a lot of people have heard of before. So basically, what you can do with this one is you can click create an event. So if you want to title an event or schedule a appointment or make a task or anything, you can add a title to it. So for example, let's say we have a test today at 2:30 p.m. We'll put that here, and then later on it will also remind you, it'll give you specific notifications on when if you have any events coming up. For example, if you put test at 2:30 p.m., it should give you a notification on your computer or any device, and it'll say that you have this task at this time. So that's also pretty cool. And these also all have the upgrade options, which if you want to, you can, but these basically use AI in them. So they have different AI features like Gemini, all that. Those are You can upgrade that for this. Then we have news also. News is a new one as well. Um, it's basically like any news website you found, but it's made by Google itself. It's everything. It has all the news you want, any topics, world, business, technology. That's pretty cool. You can use that if you want. It's a good way to read news easily on Google. Like some websites you might have to pay for it, but this one you don't, of course. So it basically has all the news, and you can choose what you want. That's pretty cool as well. And then this one's photos. I This one's kind of goes pair in pair with Drive. You can upload any photos you want here. You can print them. You can screenshot them. Um, yeah, that's basically it. It's kind of like a gallery. It's basically a gallery for your computer. If we're talking about this, you know. So that's a good way to store your photos or anything on your computer if you have any photos in your computer. And then Google Meet, of course. I think a lot of people have also heard of this. It's like the Zoom of the Google. It's a meeting platform. So all you have to do is if you want to meet with somebody, they'll give you a specific code or a link or something, and you put that code into this little bar right here. And if you put that code into it, you'll be able to join the meeting. And if you want to make a new one, you don't there's also an option where you don't have to create one right away. So if you want to create a link, then you can make a link and use it for later. And then you can also schedule a meeting too using the Google Calendar, like I said earlier. If you want to schedule a meeting, you can just type it and you can just click on this. It'll send you back to a calendar, and it literally pairs itself with Google Meet so that you can uh, have set up a time. It gives you the Google Meet link too. You have a limit to the guests, and it'll basically the calendar will set a time and give you a notification when the meet is supposed to start. So that pairs up so with itself too. If you want to start an instant one, you can also start that too. So that's cool. And next up we have Translate, also a very popular one. So let's say you don't know a language or something, you want to translate something. So we're going to start with hello. So I'm going to change this language. For example, what's a language? What's a random language? We will go with Bengali. So you could do hello, how are you?
হ্যালো, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
And if we want to try Spanish as well, we have that.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
It also says it in an accent too, which is also kind of cool. So that's itself. And then there's also images as well. I don't exactly know if this is with it, but how this is supposed to go with it. But I think that also pairs with it. You can use the images for whatever you need. Videos is also a new one. It's basically like you can just create your own videos based on what you want. So, like if you're trying to make a video for YouTube, like something what I'm doing or something, you can basically add like templates or something if you want. You can insert pictures, video recordings, anything you want into here, and it'll basically turn it into a video. Google has like this feature where like you can put little templates into the video. It's basically a Canva, basically. It's a place where you can edit your videos and you can download it too. It's very cool. So I recommend you try that out very much. I'm not going to go into detail with everyone because there is a lot. I'm just going to briefly go over them, and maybe like later on I'll go into detail with whichever ones you need. So, okay, we'll move on to Sheets now. So Sheets is a very good. I like this one. I'd recommend using Sheets very very much. So you want to this is a spreadsheet. That's all I need to say. So if you want to see the tools or something, so it's kind of like a basis of Google Docs or Google Docs. It's basically a base of that, but it's built into a spreadsheet with columns and rows and like that. So it's built just like Google Docs, but it's a little bit different because it's based on a sheet. So you have tables. You see like these tables. You can do that. If you've ever heard of Excel before, it's kind of like that. But yeah, so that's how this works. You can add as many rows as you want at the bottom. You can change the colors, change the font, all that. And yeah, that's about all I need to say for this one. Okay, so next one is Docs. That's also one that probably everyone has heard of before. Docs is pretty straightforward. It's just like a document. You can type anything you need. It's basically the same thing as spreadsheet, but not with a couple different like things, and it doesn't have those rows and columns it's split into. So you can also insert tables. This one is special because you can also like take. It also has a dictionary. You can search words in a dictionary, and that's also a cool feature. And it also has tables as well, and then you can also do word count. And it, of course, Google Docs is already built in to have a grammar. If anything's wrong with your grammar, it automatically fixes it. It's good for that. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's Google Docs. We also have help. If none of you have ever heard of Docs help, you can click on this, and whatever you need, you can basically it'll take your email address, and you can basically file a complaint. Not a complaint, but you can ask for help with the Google team, and they'll I think they will do something to help your whatever's happening. So that's cool. All right, so next up we have slides. I think slides also is very common. Slides is basically the basis for everybody's presentations you've done before. If you haven't heard of PowerPoint, this is also just like PowerPoint, but the Google version. Um, yeah, so this is also pretty straightforward as well. Like there's not much explaining to do. You can put whatever pictures you want. Like, also the thing with this is there's templates as well. So like you can do if you want this, if you're trying to do a pitch or something, you can do like this format. You see, like this. That's cool. They have themes as well, so like you can do this theme. That's cool. And then if none of you have heard of transitions before, there's also a really cool thing when it comes to slideshow. So let's say you wanna make a transition from the slide I'm on right now to the next slide. So you will do, let's say, cube. You can choose control how fast you want and play. And what it does is it makes like instead of just sliding back and forth the slides, it'll make an actual like nice transition. It looks kind of cool if you're doing a presentation on a big screen. It's very cool. So that's one feature that you would like to use. That's pretty good. So next up we have Google One. I don't exactly know a lot about this one, but I think this one's basically like a storage place. You know, it will track like how much storage you've used on Google, I think. This one's I think you need an upgrade for this one because this one's based like mostly on AI. So if you want to get an upgrade, it's the same. You need it's 49 cents per month, 249 99.99. So that's what the AI thing. That's what the AI offer. So I don't think you can use this one unless you want to pay, but if you would like to pay, you can. So that's also an option. All right, we're going to go to shopping now. So Google basically what it does is it takes like already used apps and kind of makes them its own. So if I were to say this one was kind of like based off Amazon, so like for example, if we're going to spreadsheet sheets, it's kind of like Excel. Slides is kind of like PowerPoint, and shopping would be like based on Amazon because you know if you don't have an Amazon account or like anything, then you can just come here, and if you have a Google account, you can just buy all your stuff off of here. So that's kind of cool. If say you want to shop for sunglasses or something, it'll give you sunglasses as well. It'll also give you deals, which I don't know if Amazon has or not, but if it does, you can tell me later. Um, yeah, it gives you deals as well, under 100. It has basically a lot of options, which I don't know if Amazon has either. It literally has like every single option you want. If you don't want that option, you can exit out. Men's, women's, anything you need. It kind of categorizes everything. You know, it doesn't just give you something broad. It kind of like gives you specifically what you want, whatever you want. It has everything as well. It, like breaks it down very like thoroughly so that you don't have to be specific when you're putting anything in. You can just type it in and then it'll automatically give you like every single section that you want it in. So that's also another thing. So now we're going to move on to I'm not going to do all of these or maybe I will, but I'm not going to do all of them, so we're going to go with the small stuff. So we're going to start with chat. I haven't used this before at all yet, so let's just call this. Now, chat is basically the messages of Google. You know, if you have your like friends who have like Gmail accounts or anything, you can add them in here, and you can text them. You can chat with them whenever you want on the computer. It's kind of cool, you know. So that's one thing. Yeah, this is very good as well. So if you like don't have a phone or like you don't have any way to chat, you can just chat with your friends on your computer. It's very nice. I think Google Play we all know that's usually a phone app. It's not very like It works on the computer, but I'd recommend probably using it on the phone. That would be a little bit better. Classroom, I think, is pretty straightforward. You can only use this if you have like an assign. If you're trying to, if you're like teaching a class and you want to make like a classroom for your students, you can use this. Very helpful. But I don't think you can use this unless you joined in a class or if you're like creating a class to teach or if you're in a class. So that's its own separate thing. Next, we have Earth. I think by far this is the coolest one of all of them. This is my favorite, honestly, because it's a 3D version of Earth, honestly. So let's say you want to search up Washington, D.C. This thing will literally take you to D.C. It'll show you a place. It'll show you a route to D.C. It'll give you like a little description of it. It'll give you a pinpoint. That is honestly very cool. So that is like its own. It has different modes to it too. I don't know if those are available on here. You might need an upgrade, but yeah, I think for most of these, the theme is that you might need an upgrade for the better version for more accessibility. Because now that they're implementing AI and all of the Google, they're trying to be more cautious and make you pay for your AI for the AI versions. So, but honestly, even without the upgrade, this is very very nice. This is very very cool, especially if you like geography or like this is very nice. So now we're going to do forms. I think forms is also a good one. I think this one specifically, just like classroom, it's used mostly by teachers because this is kind of like a test, or you can put surveys on it. I think so. You can put like questions here, make your own options. You know, you can turn this into a quiz. You can do that as well. You can make your own responses. All of this, and then you can publish it as well. You can publish it and send it to whoever you want to send it to. So there's this many. You can add you can add this, add title and description. So that's very nice as well. So that's it. That's straightforward as well. Okay. So let's look at voice now. Hmm. I haven't tried this one yet either, so I'm just gonna look at Okay, so this one you also. Let me just sign in real quick. Actually, I probably won't sign in. This might make me pay, but I think how this one works is it's also just basically the phone app of Google as well. It's just you can call whoever you need to call by use via email. You just have to send the you have to add whoever you want to call and then you can call them whenever you need. Okay, so that's about all the important ones you need. So because I only have a little bit, I'll just start with Google Analytics. No, I'm not gonna get into this one either because it's. I don't think this is good for like. This might be more business related, you know. If you have like any business stuff or you need to track it, I guess that could be useful, but I'm not sure. So we'll leave that for later. And then I think everybody's heard of YouTube Music as well. You know, it's whatever you want to listen to. Just it's Spotify as well. It also has upgrade versions. Um, The upgrade version, the only difference is that's ad free. So if you don't want ads, you can get the upgrade. Yeah, so that's fine. But honestly, there's nothing else I really need that you really need from this. You can listen to whatever music you want to, podcasts, audiobooks, whatever you need. I believe I haven't seen Blogger yet either. I will check this one as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna open that either, but I think that's literally just making posts like blogs. Like if you want to record like stuff about your life or like if you're traveling or something, you could put your account on there and make like a post, and everybody will see it and they'll comment everything like that. It's like a post basically, like a social media post. If you know what blogging is, then you'll understand. But Google Ads, I've also never seen. Okay, so I can't do this. I'm not old enough, but um, I will have to research what that is. So give me one sec. Okay, so I've seen Google Ads is basically an ad platform. It's a platform where you can make advertisements on Google. It's pretty straightforward, but I think you need to be a specific age. I think you need to be over 18 for it because it deals with some advertisement making and all that, and it's you need some sort of you need to be old enough to use this. So if you're over 18, you can use it. If you're not, then I don't recommend using it. Actually, you can't use it at all. It completely restricts you if your Google account isn't registered over 18. Okay, travel as well. I need to see. Okay, this one is also. I forgot to. I was not gonna include this, but this one is also very nice. You can find like flights anywhere. If you're traveling or anything, you can find any flight. So let's say I want to go from Charlotte to Los Angeles. Let's say. Let's say Charlotte. We're going to do Toronto. Toronto to Los Angeles, and let's say I want to go. Okay, so the point of this is basically last minute is expensive. You see, like if I was trying to go today, it would be $790. But if I was trying to go on September 30th, it would be more than $400 less, almost $450 less. Yeah, so that is its own thing. So basically, what you can do is if you're trying to go last minute, I don't think this is the best thing for going last minute because you see how expensive it is. In that case, I would just use a cheaper flight option. But this is also very nice, if you're trying to travel anywhere. It also gives you like insight. Also, it's not just about flights. Also, it gives you popular destinations. It has AI, of course. It has AI like useful insights on where to travel, the best places to travel, wherever you want to go. So yeah, based on this, yeah. Wait, I think one way tickets are cheaper wherever you're going. See, like, and if you're trying to go today, it'd be $400. If you went there, it'd be 180. So yeah, that just really depends on where you're going. If it's one way or round trip, or if it's last minute or later. So yeah, that's also one thing. Okay, so just for the fun of it, I'll just finish them all. If in case you just want to know. Oh, accidentally clicked on that. Yeah, I'll just finish all of them in case all of you are wondering. Yeah, I'll just do all of the rest of them. So let's just finish it off with finance as well. So if you any of you have like stock market, if any of you have like iPhones or like any apps, you probably have the stock market app. It'll track like which companies have stocks that are going up or down. This is basically the same thing as well. You can type in whatever like Apple or something. Yeah. And you can check if the stocks are going up or down, or how much they've increased, or how much they're worth. This is useful. I say if this is for kids, this definitely isn't useful unless you're interested in stocks. But for adults, this is pretty useful because you know if you want to invest in stocks or something, you might want to know how much the stock is worth at the time. There's also other apps as well that'll do this, but Google has added one recently as well. Like I said, the main theme of Google is just taking different apps and kind of incorporating it uh, into its own Google features. So yeah, that's also something as well. Now, what haven't I gone over yet? I haven't gone over. Have I not gone over Web Store? Of course. Okay, web store. I it kind of has like the same theme of Play Store, the Google Play Store, but this is kind of it's not like games. You can't like download games or anything. It's more like based on um downloading like browser extensions like ad blockers, all of that. That's kind of what it's based on. So you that's mainly what you want. You could also change the color themes. Like the color theme I have right now is blue. If you want to change that to black, you can also get that off the Chrome Web Store. I think it's free, but there's some things you have to pay for, I believe. So I've never had tried this before, but if you want to try it, go ahead. It's very nice if you want to have. You have Grammarly too. I know a lot of people like Grammarly. This is where you get Grammarly for your computer. Google Translate, yeah, that's already built into the thing, but entertainment. Like I said, this doesn't really have games in it. It's more of stuff that'll benefit to your computer, to your browser, which is exactly why it's called the Chrome Web Store. It's stuff that it's not Play Store or anything. It's not games. So if you think it's games, then you want to use a Play Store for this one. This one's only for like browser extensions or all that, anything you want. So later on top of like checking all these, I'm also gonna try out Gemini for the first time. So just to show all of you what it is, if you've never had Gemini before, it's new. I think it's newer. It's not like before. I've talked about Copilot and Google AI, but I haven't talked about Gemini yet. So I will also do that today. So password manager, I think this one's like you can't do anything with it. It's kind of just about keeping your password secure. If you have any Google passwords or anything. So, and then we have books. Okay, so books. So let's just search for a book like Harry Potter or something. Yeah, so books is kind of hmm. Books is more of like an extension. Like let's search up Harry Potter. Books will come up differently. They won't exactly like have books, but I think we'll just show you like a recommendation of books, whatever you want, because you can't buy books on this book section. That's not exactly what it's for, but you can buy books to the store through shopping. So yeah, you can buy books through there, of course. So or you could rent out books. Yeah, I mean you could borrow books from the library. Whatever your preference is. Hmm. Okay, merchant center, huh? Oh, I think you have to have an account for this. So yeah, I'm just not going to open that yet. If you want, you guys can uh figure that out yourselves. But arts and culture now. Oh, okay. So I think this is basically like your like creativity lab thingy. Like if you're interested in like arts and culture, you can use this whatever you want. So I'm gonna play this game, whatever this is. Hmm. Combine two cuisines into one recipe with Google AI. Let's cook. Okay, I'm not going to play this right now. So yeah, that's cool though. If you're very interested, if you like cooking, you can use this. If you like art, explore. Oh, they have games as well. If you want games, also they have games. They have a lab. So this is also a very cool Google website if you want to use this. And then I know Wallet is like it's kind of like a Google Pay. It's kind of based off Google Pay if you have Google Pay. So I wouldn't use that unless you have Google Pay. So that's also up to grabs if you want to use that as well. Now Saved is kind of like a place where you can it's a place where you can like store your stuff, anything. You can save and organize everything in one place. So that's kind of all that really is for now. Tasks is Okay, so this is also one very good one, especially for kids that have like busy schedules and you can't like remember everything that you're going to do. This is very nice because it's kind of like calendar almost, but showing like instead of calendar you actually like mark up your tasks, what you have to do. So you can also set a time for them. You can set whenever you want to do what time, anything, and if you want to repeat it, like if you want to, it's showing like every time you need to do it. It'll also do that as well. Yeah, that's also it's also a very good one. This is good. This one and the calendar both pair together. Good for especially busy students or not students at least, but busy people, like people who have a lot of tasks to do. They have work and they don't have enough time to manage everything they have to do. This is very good for all of that. I think that's all I'll go through for now. So I'm just gonna try out Gemini for like a few minutes, and then I will end this. So a question. I will just ask a simple question like, um, how many planets are in our solar system? Okay, I'll just refresh it real quick. Yeah, I'd say they're all kind of the same. Google AI, Gemini. And honestly, I don't really prefer. I prefer Copilot usually. It's Microsoft based, not Google, but it's this is also very nice as well. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's very good. It's kind of the same as it's paired with Google at least. It's I think I don't know if Gemini is made in its own website or if it's paired with Google. I would think it's paired with Google. It's like an extension of Google because Google already has its own AI. So yeah, that should be about it. So that should be it, everybody. And that's all I did. I just covered all the Google features, all those extensions, whatever you need. I covered everything in there, so feel free to use whatever you want. It's very helpful. These Google websites are very helpful. Based on your needs, they're very nice. Especially like, the shopping ones, the travel ones, the task and calendar ones, those are very nice. And there's also some that you can use for fun, whenever you're free. In your free time, we also have those. So it's nice. So thank you for watching.